What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, just another PokeTuber, coach of your Piedmont Triad Kickers, coming at you today with Week 7 of BHDL Season 6. Today we are taking on Stefan, coach of the Grand Lake Garchomps, who, he's a coach that's in a very similar situation as we are, in the sense that we both have to more or less win out to make playoffs. So, unfortunately, whoever loses this game will. They won't necessarily be out of playoffs. We're both 3-3, but whoever loses this game will definitely have a tougher time getting into playoffs for the rest of the season. So, hate to do it, but we have to do it. Especially considering the last time we played this guy, he's a cool dude, but last time we played him, we got hacked in the most unfortunate of ways. So hopefully we can get back at him today for that. This time around, his team consists of the Mienshao, Tentacruel, the Farigiraf, Chandelure, Galvantula, Brute Bonnet, Terra Captain Clawitzer, who can tear into Water, Dragon, or Electric, Terra Captain Morpeko, who can tear into Electric, Grass, or Flying. We have the Sandaconda, and last but not least, we have the Grand Bull. So, personally, I'm expecting the first three to come: Mienshao, Tentacruel, and Farigiraf. Farigiraf is just a really bulky and annoying Pokemon that has like a lot of staying power and can just, stick around and click buttons. And yeah, I feel like that thing will probably come because I feel like he'll get some use out of its bulk. Tentacruel more than likely comes because it is his only form of hazard removal, and we do have arguably one of the best hazard setters in this format on our team, so I'm pretty sure Tentacruel comes. Mienshao is probably going to come. It is his hardest hitting physical attacker. So like, for example, it's honestly his best way of breaking through Goodra, so I feel like he's going to bring that. I feel like Chandelure comes as well. It's his hardest hitting special attacker. Honestly, it's probably the hardest hitting special attacker on the freaking board. But yeah, I could see him getting, bringing that and getting use out of it. I feel like he brings his Terra Clawitzer. I feel like it'll be Terra Dragon, because if he's Terra Water or Terra Electric, he would just get walled by Quagsire, so I doubt he brings either of those Terra types. And to round out the team, I feel like he could maybe bring Sandaconda, because Sandaconda is his best way of dealing with the combination of Lokix and Staraptor. I don't think Morpeko comes. It just doesn't. I don't see what value it brings. I don't think Grand Bull comes unless he's just like really scared of Goodra for some reason. And I mean, I guess Brute Bonnet. I don't think okay, it depends on how much it depends on like how if he's scared of like Quagsire or something, which I don't think he should be, because Chandelure does get an Energy Ball, so I don't think Brute Bonnet comes, because we do have a whole Lokix right here. And then Galvantula, I also don't think it comes, because you don't really beat Quagsire, albeit it does get Energy Ball, I have to acknowledge that. So to reiterate, I think he brings Mienshao, Tentacruel, Farigiraf, Chandelure, Terra Dragon Clawitzer, and Sandaconda. So to combat this team, first and foremost, we decided we're going to bring Bubbles the Lokix, who's be rocking his Life Orb this week. Tinted Lens for the ability as per usual, because, I mean, we have no reason to be Swarm or anything, right? We are 252 attack, 96 SPDF, 160 speed, Jolly Nature with First Impression, Sucker Punch, Knockoff, and U-Turn. So we are running the speed so we can outspeed a Jolly Lokix. I mean, not Jolly Lokix, we are Lokix. A timid Chandelure. If it's not choiced or anything, we should outspeed it and kill it. We're running this with Def because in case the so if he's like a max HP, max defense for Farigiraf, we don't actually one-shot it with like knockoff or U-turn. So but this thing does get Dazzling Gleam, so that the SPDF investment is so we don't ever get killed by a Dazzling Gleam from that thing. And the attack investments, because I mean, hey, we're here to click buttons and hit things. So first impression, if we can get rocks up, first impression kills a lot of stuff on his team in one hit. Sucker Punch can do a lot of damage too, but not as much as first impression. Knockoff is so we can one shot, like if we're in front of Farigiraf, if it's not like bulky, we just one shot it with knockoff. And it gets Armor Tail, so we can't really kill it with like our priority moves, obviously. And then we have U-turn for pivoting, and in general, knockoff is just good for removing items and getting some information on Pokemon, But yeah, that is Lokix, that is Bubbles. Next on the team roster is someone who's becoming a fan favorite. I feel like it's the one, the only Suicide Squad, the Staraptor, who is rocking his Choice Scarf this week. Reckless for the ability, max HP, max attack, 4 speed, Adamant Nature, Brave Bird, Double Edge, U-Turn, Final Gambit. So, even though we are Choice Scarf with no speed, we still outspeed everything on this team. The only thing that's going to outspeed us, it would be like a Choice Scarf with me and Shao. Farigiraf could outspeed us with agilities, but I mean, we're not too worried about that. We have a Lokix. We are rocking, basically we'll primarily be clicking Brave Bird. If we can hit it with Brave Bird, we probably either we kill it or we two-shot it. Like there's nothing on this team that's taken 3 hits from us outside of the Sandaconda, who is the reason we have Final Gambit. So if he brings Sandaconda and I feel like he's going to switch it into Staraptor, we just click Final Gambit and kill it. Like we just kill it because we have more HP than it, we just kill it. U-turns for pivoting. But yeah, we're mainly just here to click Brave Bird though. That is Suicide Squad. Next on the team roster is the one, the only Kyogre, the Goodra, who is rocking his Assault Vest this week. Sap Super for the ability max, well, not max, but 240 HP, max special attack, 16 speed, Quiet Nature. For those of you who aren't familiar with Quiet Nature, it boosts your special attack but lowers your speed, because we're running Draco, Meteor, Surf, Sludge Wave, and Earthquake. So one of his best switch-ins to Kyogre would be the Tentacruel, because it's like naturally like really bulky on the special side. So Draco and the EQ should kill it. I mean, I guess he has another switch in the form of Granbull, who I'm not expecting, but in case it does come, I don't want to get sat on by it, so we have Sludge Wave to hit that. It can also hit Brute Bonnet if it decides to show its face. I had Flamethrower here originally for Galvantula, but then I was like, okay, if Draco one-shots Galvantula anyway, should we maybe just run a different move in this slot? We have Surf for the Sandaconda and the Chandelure. After Rocks on either one of those Pokemon, we should be able to one-shot them with Surf. Draco, basically, if we can hit something with it that's not Tentacruel or Granbull, there's a good chance we just straight up kill it. But depending on the situation, we might want to click Surf or Sludge Wave instead. But the reason we are Quiet Nature though is because I want to have enough attack that we could you know, kill Tentacruel with Draco and the Earthquake, because if we were like Modest Nature, for example, we actually don't kill with Draco and the Earthquake. So I want to be able to do that, and we're rocking the Assault Vest because this thing is going to be here to kind of help with the Chandelure. Chandelure still hits pretty hard, but we have Sap Sipper because you have Chandelure that gets Energy Ball, you have the Galvantula who gets Energy Ball, we have the Brute Bonnet who's a Grass type, and then I've been dealing with a Giga Draining Tentacruel and Mox, so you know, we might have to switch Kyogre into Tentacruel as well, so you know, it depends on the situation. But I feel like Sap Sipper will give us the most value in this game. But yeah, that's Kyogre, the Goodra. Next on the team roster, we have the one, the only Swag Sister, the Quagsire, who is rocking her Citrus Berry this week. As I alluded to earlier, she is Water Absorb, 252 HP, 4 defense, 252 speed F, Careful Nature with Stealth Rock, Toxic, Earthquake, and Recover. Recover keeps us healthy. Earthquake is our most consistent way of hitting things. My opponent does not have a flying type or a mon with like Levitate. His only ground resist is Brute Bonnet, so for the most part, we can just spam Earthquake. And the things we can't Earthquake on, like for example Brute Bonnet, well, we don't want to be in front of Brute Bonnet anyway, but like Brute Bonnet though, and the Sandaconda, we can just, you know, Toxic them. And then we have Stealth Rock to set hazards. His only hazard removal is the Tentacruel, so we can get rid of that early. We can set rocks and they just stay up. And they basically, if we keep rocks up, more than likely we can just put stuff in range of like First Impressions and Sucker Punches, because obviously he's not going to, I would imagine he doesn't just switch for Farigiraf like aggressively in on Lokix to begin with. So yeah, if we can get rid of Tentacruel early, we can just set rocks and keep them up. But yeah, that is Swag Sister. Next on the and the reason we're Citrus Berry is because so this thing is here to be my Claw Wizard check, kind of sort of. We're just basically, if we can come in on it, set rocks, poison it, Earthquake it, you get the idea. But if it is Specs, it can actually two-shot us with like a Terra Blast or something. If it's a Terra Dragon, not Terra Blast, but Dragon Pulse. So because it does have like that, what's it called, Mega Launcher ability. So the idea is we can come in, take a hit, he pops our Citrus, we get rocks up if nothing else, we can poison it if nothing else. But if he's not Specs, he does not two-shot us. He actually, well, because of Citrus Berry, it's a 4-hit KO, so you guys get the idea. That's Swag Sister. Next on the team roster is my Terra Captain for the week, the one, the only Green Widow the Lurantis, who's rocking her leftovers. Contrary for her ability, Terra Stellar this week. For those who did not peep, we changed Terra Fairy to Terra Stellar because I don't know why I didn't have Terra Stellar to begin with. You're a whole contrary Pokemon. We have max HP, max defense, 4 special attack, relaxed nature with Leaf Storm, superpower, Terra Blast, and Synthesis. So we're not running hazard removal because I don't feel like he's going to bring hazards. We have Synthesis to stay healthy. We have Terra Blast because, okay, for those who don't know, Terra Stellar and Terra Blast on a contrary Pokemon, you know, things get active. Superpower on a contrary Pokemon, things get active. Leaf Storm, things get active. We're max defense because if the Sandaconda is like a Iron Press or a Coil set, we can take hits from it all day, every day, and just Leaf Storm until it dies. If the Mienshao is anything but Choice Bandit, we should always live a full set of triple axles, and we can just kill it with Leaf Storm. And then everything else on the team, we just have moves to hit everything. We preferably don't want to be in front of Chandelure, but everything else on the team we don't mind being in front of, depending on the circumstances. So yeah, that is Green Widow. Next on the team roster is the one, the only, last but not least, Danny DeVito, who's rocking his Cassiberry for, well, the Chandelure. Unaware is his ability, 248 HP, 252 special attack, 8 Spit F, Modest Nature with Torch Song, Shadow Ball, Alluring Voice, and Slack Off. So Slack Off is to keep us healthy. Alluring Voice has a good chance to, this hits the Mienshao really hard, who doesn't really hit us that hard. We can pretty much spam Torch Song to the team outside of the Clawitzer and the Tentacruel, who we can just, you know, if Clawitzer is indeed Terra Dragon, we're faster, we can just hit it with Alluring Voice. If we feel like the Tentacruel is going to come in, we can just hit it with a Shadow Ball on the switch in. We don't necessarily kill either one of those moves. We do a good chunk of damage, so, you know, just a move to hit everything pretty much. But yeah, guys, that's the team. Not really much more needs to be said, so without further ado, let's get into the battle. Good luck, have fun to my opponent Stefan. Hopefully this battle is a banger. Alright, we are connected with Stefan, and he has brought Clawitzer. Okay, expected it. Mienshao, thought it could come. Brute Bonnet, that I was not expecting. Okay. Granbull, who I also was not expecting. Okay. Let me see, that's for Farigiraf and Tentacruel. Okay, Farigiraf and Tentacruel. So, I think we lead off with Swag Sister and just take it from there. He tends to lead this Clawitzer a lot. The only other lead I wouldn't want to see is maybe the Brute Bonnet lead, but outside of that, we're gonna just lead Quagside. We're gonna lead Swag Sister and just take it from there. Good luck, have fun to my opponent, Stefan. Tentacles. Okay. This thing is here. As strange as this sounds, we are going to, okay guys, this is going to sound very weird, but in Mox, I learned that I might want to scout for Giga Drains. So we're going to scout for a Giga Drain. Let's see what he does. Let's see if he goes for it. In Mox, I learned to scout for Giga Drain. My opponent, you know what? Hey, Pokemaster88, thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. Because he was using this on me a lot in Mox, so I was just like, okay, if I see Tentacruel in game, we should, you know, test the waters. Depending on his investment, this may or may not kill him. Okay, I didn't kill him. That's cool. We didn't get the kill. So he's a bulky set. Okay. That toxic stinks, but it is what. At least we've chipped this thing kind of early though. So let's drop a. Here's the thing: is he staying in? He has a switch in and Brute Bonnet, so I think we just drop a Draco. Okay. That's cool. That's cool. He did that. That's cool. That's cool. Alright, so I think what we do is just go for another EQ. And then We go for the EQ, and if Brute Bonnet comes in, we just Sludge Wave. Wait, do we? Yeah, we just Sludge Wave if Brute Bonnet comes in. Like, if he... Because, I mean, yeah. Yeah, if Brute Bonnet comes in, we just go for a Sludge Wave. Oh, he tried to get the double protect. Nope, not today. So, if this thing is out the way, that means we don't have to worry about, we don't have to worry about him being able to rapid spin our rocks. We can just get him up and keep him up. We just gotta position the, we just gotta get Quagsire in. Now, if he goes out into Clawitzer, I'm going to just assume that you're probably... Okay, so this thing comes in. I'm going to just assume that he is, I'm going to assume that he's Terra Dragon. I saw Terra Electric in Mox, but I mean, I don't think he'll be Terra Electric, because if he is, well, you're beyond walled by this Pokemon if you're Terra whatchamacallit, Electric. Okay, so he is Terra Dragon, like I figured he would be, because Terra Water didn't make sense. I think he has Terra Water as an option. That didn't make sense. Terra Electric didn't make sense. So he's gonna go for the Terra Blast. Okay, we should eat this. Wait, Terra Blast and no... I just realized he went for a Terra Blast and no, Terra Blast and no... Wow, double crits, what the freak? But anyway, Terra Blast and no, whatchamacallit? What do you call that? He went for the Terra Blast, but not Dragon Pulse. That's interesting. I had to get my thoughts together because I was baffled by the double crit, but I just thought about that. He went for Terra Blast and Tenacity. Who's this? Sounds like the... Oh. This thing? This thing gets Trailblaze, right? I'm pretty confident you get Trailblaze. So... we're gonna go out into this. I could be wrong, but I'm like beyond super duper confident you get Trailblaze. So we're going into Danny DeVito. Yep. So I think we just go for the... I think we go for the Torch Song and the Clawitzer comes in. Oh, that? How much do we take from this? Wow, we take a lot. But we also do a lot back. So... We're gonna just Torch Song here. Wait. If he goes for another EQ... Do we just let him have... Wait. Do we let him have Skeledirge here? Part of me wants to say no, but then it's also like, what do we... Okay, so what is Dirge good for? Like, we can... I think we just give him Dirge. Yeah, I think we give him Dirge. So let me see something. How much damage is... Okay, let me look this up real quick. How much damage does Lurantis take from a Granbull? How much damage do you take? And let's just assume you have Play Rough. Oh wow, base 120. That's kind of crazy. Let's assume you have Play Rough. Your max attack. We're taking a little too goddamn much. Alright, so I think what we do is we go out into... How much damage are we doing with a first impression? Okay. We're just gonna go out into you and go for a first impression. We're just gonna go out into you and first impression. You have no switch-ins. Brute Bonnet definitely does not switch in. Clawitzer does not switch in. Me and Shao, if it comes in, will die. And your last mon is the Farigiraf, who could come in, but then we just U-turn on you the next turn. So yeah, this should probably be a kill for for Bubbles. Because last I checked, Granbull does not get Will-O-Wisp. He could have Protect, but unless you have Will-O-Wisp, we don't have to worry about you. So that thing goes down. That's one for Lokix. That's one for Lokix. If me and Shao comes in, we Sucker Punch. If Clawitzer comes in, we Long Sleeves. Okay. So let me see. Does me and Shao take a Sucker Punch from us? Let's see. We do not kill this thing from where it's at. So what I think we should do is go out into... We gotta sack somebody. I think we sack you. Do we? Yeah, I think we sack you and go out into... Because who is this Brave Bird switch in? He doesn't even have one of those. So I think what we do is we sack Swag Sister here. Because I think Bubbles has a lot of merit for the rest of this game. So I think we sack off Swag Sister because we shouldn't be able to kill this thing from right here. Alright, so we just lost our guy. What could we do? How can we respond to this? So he has Brute Bonnet, me and Shao, Farigiraf, and okay, this is what we're gonna do. I want to go into Suicide Squad, but I feel like this thing could be... Let me see something. If you're Scarf too, let's assume for a second you're Scarf too. Do we die to a close combat? No. And okay, I'm gonna just go into you and fire off a Brave Bird because I don't know where the switch in is at. Clawitzer is not a switch in. Brute Bonnet is not a switch in. Farigiraf sure as I don't know what is not a switch in. So we're just gonna go for a Brave Bird. We're just gonna go for a Brave Bird. Like, he has literally no switch-ins. Okay. Who's ever coming in is gonna feel this. Oh, Big Claw, you're about to feel this, homie. Unless you're like the bulkiest Clawitzer in history, you're about to feel this. Yep, you felt it. Alright. So, Staraptor picks that kill up. So Clawitzer is down. The Clawitzer is down. Long Sleeves comes back in. So I'm assuming you are... It's kind of obvious that we're probably Scarfed, so, I mean... So, let's see. Do you provide me any value going forward? You do, okay. We're going to just stay in and see what he goes for. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry about that, brother. I'm so sorry about that. That is so huge. Because from this range, we definitely die. We only live that from full health. I'm so sorry about that, brother. But at the same time, the last time I played him, I missed a whole high jump kick, and it more or less costed me the entire game. So, it's like, I want to say I feel bad, but then it's like, I've been on the receiving end of this, so I know exactly how it feels. I'm assuming you're about to sucker punch me. Endure. Okay. Okay. That's cool. That's cool. I'm assuming he's... What are you? Like... What are you? Like a Trailblazer? Cussed out berry? Like, what's going on here? It really doesn't matter. You know, this is gonna be... you know what's so funny about this? Suicide Squad's name is Suicide Squad, but this is the first time Suicide Squad has actually died in a game. Oh, Outrage. Okay. So... We're going to... Since you're outraging... Huh. I think we just go into bubbles, finish this thing off, and then the only thing left is Giraffere. Could we just U-turn on, right? U-turn or knockoff. I'm gonna do the calcs afterwards to see which one does more damage, but we're gonna just first impression here. That's a kill for Bubbles. I'm so sorry about that, brother. That triple axle was huge, but the fact that he outspeeds us though, it's honestly not, because here's the thing. Bubbles always kills me and Shao after rocks, so it would have really came down to if he wanted to go into, because here's the thing, he can only preserve the he can only, because if he goes into the Farigiraf, it's like, okay, you can go into that, but you get what I'm saying? Alright, so based on my calculations, we just have to go for a knockoff here, and it should kill. Based on my calculations, a knockoff should kill this thing. GG's to my opponent, Stefan. Once again, brother, I'm so sorry about that triple axle miss. Thank you for tuning in. If you haven't done so already, please remember to like and subscribe, and until next time, peace out.